You mentioned that your thesis is around future of work. I'd love to learn a little bit about that in terms of, it's obviously top of mind for everybody with COVID. It seems like things are easing, but I have to think that we're returning to something like a hybrid at a minimum type of model, probably in perpetuity. Like, what is your, and I don't know whether that's a part of it or not, but like, if you were to describe kind of your unified theory of the future of work, like, where do you think the world is heading, and how does that maybe inform some of the investing that you're doing?
I think one of the themes that I think a lot about is like the portfolio approach to the career. For example, like my dad is an engineer and he worked 3 jobs over his whole career. And I switched my major once in college, almost happened twice. And I had already had like 6 jobs or something by the time that I graduated. Yeah. And then after I graduated, I was like, I wanted to also be a creator as I was an operator. And I think that's like something that's shared by a lot of folks, is like this portfolio approach where folks have interests that they're pursuing in different areas and want to contribute. I think there's some really interesting themes around like the ownership economy, and Web3 is like being able to be a fan or curate something can lead to like a financial incentive down the line. So that like portfolio approach is something that I'm thinking about a lot. And then the rise of creators, where people think of themselves as businesses now. And so that means that you're going to have like the same range that you have across traditional businesses today, whether that's, mom and pop shops. It's like a micro influencer who's doing like a couple campaigns a month, to like small to medium businesses where they might have like a couple folks on their team, to like massively large enterprises like Mr. Beast. There's like different creator tools at every point in that stack. So there's folks that are gearing towards like the like more small to medium business style creators or influencers. And then there's like a difference between what I think of as an influencer versus a creator. So in my eyes, like an influencer is someone who's more involved in like fashion and art and streetwear and things like that, and is like curating a lot of different either brands or a specific lifestyle image as a whole. And then creators are often producing creative work. So whether that's playwrights or authors or podcasters, I see that there's like interesting classes emerging with differing like business problems that are pressing and have like real money to be put behind them. So those are some of the things that I'm thinking about in future of work. Honestly, like the hybrid thing is interesting to me. We were talking about this before we started recording, but I graduated in 2020. And so I don't really have any context for like what it's like to work in an office in a city and like have work friends. I worked at a remote startup, and then I started the fund. So I worked pretty much by myself. And I'm like kind of semi-nomadic. And so like that's my normal. And so I'm constantly seeking out things that for other folks that might be their normal as well. So I'm always interested to see what other solutions folks have to that. But yeah, I would say like that portfolio career is something I'm thinking a lot about. And then the rise of the creator, the rise of the person as a business.